Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are Glow Runners. There is currently no glow-in-the-dark running shoes being sold in the market today. Glow Runners is looking to change that. With our revolutionizing and patented technology, we have implemented the ability to help runners be seen at night. The founding team has over 25 years of experience in the business world, managing and running businesses. Throughout time, runners at night have long had the problem of not being seen. With our revolutionizing and patented technology, this product can be a player in the athletic shoe market. Glow Runners operates in two segments of the shoe industry, the athletic shoe segment and the wholesaler segment. The athletic shoe industry can be divided into various segments, however. The brick and mortar segment is considered the largest due to the difficulty of reliability purchasing the right athletic shoe without ever trying them on to see how they feel, fit, and look. In recent years, online sales have done well but lack the significant growth so typical in other areas of e-commerce. This is a direct result of the type of product and the limitations of the channel distribution. There are two major players in the shoe industry. There's Nike and Foot Locker retailer. Athletic shoe retailers generate consistent sales and aren't subject to swings in validity. The retailers themselves must spend large amounts of capital to bring a location into operation, and once started, returns won't come for several years. However, the size and growth of the U.S. footwear is promising. Total businesses in the U.S. are 4,302, with revenues upwards to $38.9 billion. The growth rate set from 2012 to 2017 is at 2.8% and has projected growth rate to be 2.7%. Our opportunity, the risks in our industry. The validity is lower for U.S. footwear wholesalers than athletic shoe retailers, but revenue growth is generally lower, as indicated on the second perpetual map that we have given you in our pamphlets. It is also important to note that the U.S. footwear wholesaling industry is relatively labor-intensive, often seeking for ways technology can save on labor costs. There are three major customers for running shoes: men, women, and young athletes. These customer targets are also broken down into three different segments: light, moderate, and heavy runners. The light runners are not willing to pay more for add-ons such as glow-in-the-dark capabilities. Moderate runners are more willing to pay since they run for pleasure or leisure. Many of these running excursions are at night. Glow Runners competes with many well-known shoe brands such as Adidas, Nike, and Reebok. These top brands have made running shoes for years. Although, up to this point, most of our competitors focus on the reflecting signal running shoes rather than a glow-in-the-dark. Potentially, we could team up with some of these competitors and get our shoes into their stores. Nike has come out with their own form of glow-in-the-dark running shoes, although they are more than $40 above normal price. Some other running shoe brands have produced a similar type of running shoe as Alter Tip as well as Ascus. These shoes range from $110 to over $190. Glow Runners Today is Glow Runners Today. We are incorporated in Nevada. We have patent design. We have a unique glow-in-the-dark shoe that is easy to be seen during late-night jogs or early morning runs. We are the only company with the rights to sell and manufacture glow-in-the-dark running shoes. Our price is competitive. Our factory distributions, we create and manufacture the shoes ourselves. We distribute to wholesale and also online. Our marketing approach, our target market strategy consists of runners that usually exercise early in the morning or late at night. There are many people, usually parents or professionals, that don't have time to walk or run or exercise during the day. Many parents exercise before their kids wake up while their significant other is home with them. Some people also prefer running at those times. This product was designed with them in mind. This is a more rational product. Our customers are looking for a reliable running shoe that helps keep them safe. They are willing to pay a little more for the design because it has more than one purpose. They get a comfortable and effective running shoe that increases their overall safety. To gain new customers, we really need to market sporting goods and running stores. Customer retention will come from loyalty. We have a high quality product. We will factory produce them ourselves, after which we will distribute them out to wholesalers and retail stores. Customers who are usually running or walking at these times will go to specialty running stores or apparel stores that will help them to find the best product for their needs. We will create a strong presence within these stores. We will also work to create a strong online presence. Advertising by word of mouth is the best way to reach our potential customers. Runners talk at meets, runs, or simply amongst themselves in a work environment. Even if one runner communicates how our glowing running shoes have impacted their life, we will reach more potential buyers. A commission-based sales team will work to create partnerships with major shoe distributors and will also be in booths at major marathons and competitions. We will also have a super user category where selected individuals can have a pair of free shoes for referring 5 friends or receive a percentage off their referral. Our sales forecast is difficult to determine since there's no data to reference. We can, however, base our prediction off similar products in our industry that have been introduced. Our working capital accounts are going to be relatively high due to our decision to manufacture the shoes. The total time from ordering raw materials to completing a batch of shoes can be anywhere from 30 to 120 days. This is due to the variability of the lead time of raw material shipments. The process of making a pair of glow runners can be outlined as follows: ordering and receiving raw materials, sending out work in process components, assembly and completion of shoe batches, and due to high lead times, it will be vital to accurately forecast the demand while considering manufacturing constraints. We will keep manufacturing completely in-house. Only one aspect of manufacturing we expect to outsource will be the acquisition of raw materials. Our ongoing operations will be HR, accounting, and payroll. Will also be outsourced and handled through a third party such as ADP. Our development strategy for glow runners: to begin operations, we need to begin by sourcing the necessary equipment and machinery to manufacture shoes. We also need to set up the necessary accounts, and arrange for raw material logistics. For us to begin operations, there are several things we need to line up. The first month, Glow runners will need to file the necessary paperwork for governmental registration, IRS, bank accounts, and financing. In the second month, we will find raw material suppliers, organize logistics, and find a suitable location for manufacturing and storage. Our management team, each member has a specific role over their department, all the while making sure that everything flows together nicely and there's communication through all levels of management from top to bottom. We will have both an advisory board and a board of directors. Being in the shoe industry, we rely heavily on partners that will help us rise to the top. Compensation and ownership are equally distributed between founders, with a $60,000 a year salary for each founder and a 19% ownership of the stake. Members of our advisory board would be Damon John, CEO of FUBU, which is a young men's clothing company, and also a member of the hit television show Shark Tank. He will have a 2.5% equity. Also, Matthew Centrowitz. He is a United States distance runner and Olympic gold medalist. He will also have a 2.5% equity stake. The management team consists of founders. There is Trevor Baker, who is our Chief Executive Officer. Trevor will have the overall responsibility for managing the company and will be the final decision maker for all major issues. He will focus on the big picture items within the company and always be looking to take us to the next level. Jordan Blotter will serve as the Chief Operations Officer. Jordan will be responsible for maintaining relationships with our production facilities, as well as supervise any other administrative staff that we will need around the office. Olivia Trost will take charge as the Chief Marketing Officer. Olivia will produce all our marketing pieces as well as maintain relationships with all of our distributors and retailers. This will provide the opportunity to pass along those marketing materials to them and work with them to be able to sell the most of our product as possible. Taylor Vigneri will take the role as Chief Information Officer. Taylor will be responsible for all our research and development functions. Taylor will maintain relationships with our engineers and other product development employees to make sure that we will develop the best products in the market. Lastly, John Hensley. John will serve as the Chief Financial Officer. John will have the responsibility for managing all investor and accounting services. One primary responsibility will be to work closely with our investors and always be working to obtain new investors in further funding rounds. Additionally, Jason will be responsible for maintaining accuracy of all financial records according to approved laws and regulations. The critical risks include our assumptions. Our assumption risks are overestimation and incorrect growth rates. Our market risks are an overestimation of the market size. Our financial risks are the cost of production will be higher than our revenues. And our operational risks, since we are manufacturing the shoes, the biggest risk will be machining and transportation. In summary, we are trying to secure $2 million in loans, investments, and possible funding solutions. In return to investors, we are offering up to 40% equity in our company. This money will be used for a variety of needs, including manufacturing and production, administrative and sales teams. We need sufficient money to secure the land for our manufacturing plant, which is close to $500,000, machines, which is close to $312,000, raw materials, and shipment options. Additionally, we need sufficient funds to pay for our sales team until we can produce the product for them to make commissions on. We will require significant funds in working capital accounts such as minimum cash, inventory, and accounts receivable. Our financial assumptions, as they are related to the financial statement of Glow Runners, are provided in the forms and ratios listed in the packet that we have given to you. We forecast the average price to increase at 2% rate to keep up with inflation and market pricing strategies. All of our financial statements are in the packet that we have given to you. Our revenue and cost drivers are our largest revenue driver will be contracts with large retailers. We appreciate your time to meet with us. If you have any questions, we will be more than happy to ask them. My question for you is, how can we help you understand that you need to invest in our company?